and welcome to another art stream. And welcome to Clip Studio 4.0. Oh! Nothing that we'll be able to notice right away. But there's a... Oh, I forgot. Did I show this? I was working on this on my stream over the weekend for the beasts. I forgot that I had it in here. It's a plant mixed with a centipede. Excuse me. One second. Ba, 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 ba. Where's my brain? Where's my brain? Where's my brain? I'm in the wrong folder. Hello, and thanks for joining. I'm saying, where's my brain? I forgot about some of these. This one was really cool. I might have to do more with this one too, because I did a drawing for the two characters fighting, but I didn't draw anything for her. She's really cool. Maybe I'll just do like a fun thing where she's just like hanging out on the, like at the entrance to a town, or maybe she's sitting in a tavern. That'd be pretty cool. Because it'd be nice to do some setting drawings with some of these characters too. So maybe I'll do some of that this week too. Then maybe. I mean, I got a lot between the two challenges, but I want to draw some people. I like drawing people. 1 second. While it's on that, I gotta find my drawing. Where'd it go? I can find everything but what I need. Oops. Skip. Or not. It's in here. Well, here's what I was working on. This is another thing we can work on. This was the ancient dragon. She's going to be protecting her baby. That's why she looks a little bit agitated. The little one's behind her. And let's see, I got Hydra, I got you. Oh, there's this one too I can finish. This one's closer to, well, it's a pretty simple drawing, so it won't take long to finish. So, yeah, I've got a couple. That should be good for, I can do warm-ups again just so let people in and I can loosen up a little. Hope everyone had a good week so far. I mean, it's only Wednesday, but still, we made it through that, so that's an accomplishment in itself. Hooray! Well, I gotta send out. People know I'm on. 1 second. Do my own music. Whoops! What did I just do? I put you in the wrong thing. Sorry. Why is that here? Why am I? Wow. The new user interface is kind of messing with me, and it kind of feels like it's going to take a second for me to get used to how it looks. But I like it. It's got so there's some cool features while I'm trying to just get set up. Let's see if I can find any actually. I think there was let me see if I can get this. Because the lasso tool has move selection. That looks about the same as usual. I don't know what they really. Okay. New brightness curves. Okay, you got some new things. Copy paste, warp. Yeah. I'll make sure to put my ruler, symmetrical ruler is still here, so that's good. And oh, that's what I was doing. Thanks, brain. I knew you'd kick in eventually. Oh, I have the Pokemon Concierge trailer open because that is just like pure joy. Like it's just so wholesome and fun. I'll definitely have to share that one with people because some people like I don't know. I'll have to see. I'll have to ask to see if they would like that. But my nieces maybe they might like that because it seems pretty cute. It's like all like very soft pup like stop motion characters. So that sounds really nice. And they're on Pokemon, and it's just about like a place where Pokemon go to just relax and be happy. So it's not violent at all. So wait, what was I doing? Oh right, I was getting. I'm staring right at what I was trying to do. Here's my voice. Sorry, I just gotta post that I'm on so people know. But let's see. Oh yeah, I was gonna try out some new animation software too, because I would like to get to work on. Now that I'm not. I haven't made any notable, like steps forward with my VTuber. I'm still working on the mouth, honestly, but and it's been difficult. So hopefully then after this I'll try again. But it's just like it's a lot for me to absorb this stuff. Like, but it's been fun. I mean, it's been fun learning a new software. So I'm not complaining entirely. I mean, entirely. I mean, there's a little complaining, but that's just me. No. Sorry, my brain trying to type in chat was my brain was just like nah. Hey, hello and thank you for joining us. I'm going to be cleaning up some of these drawings and then I'll start some new ones. It's hard to tell with the user interface for Clip Studio, but I did upgrade. It doesn't cost a lot when you already have the license. Like I'm on the annual plan, so that way I know a lot of people are like, oh, I have to pay month to month. Then just pay annual. If you pay annual, it's a lower cost per month. And it's a great program. It's way cheaper than like Photoshop or any of those. So yeah, I got this guy and this one. So I'm working on these two. Already got further with some of the other ones, like well, this isn't a dragon, but this does have dragon warriors, so I'll put this one up for fun. This one I'm really proud of. This one just came out so cool. Kind of want to make this into like a poster or something, or I don't know. Maybe a wraparound mug actually. Could be kind of cool, like, or yeah. Those two just came out. Both look really good. But there's other dragons. I got this. Well, this is actually not a dragon. This is a mutant plant creature. It's a narwhal mixed with a cactus. So I had a lot of fun with that one. Here. Oops, I can't spell. Trying to send out some invites from. Oh, hello! Thanks for dropping in. I'm just going to be cleaning up some drawings of some dragons. But first, actually, I wanted to do a warm-up. Oops, not an animation. Oof, that'd be a hard warm-up. I don't know what that means, Evie. Is that a yes? Hello. Okay. I just saw your emote and I'm like, what does that mean? Like, yes? Maybe? What was I doing? My brain forgot. Oh, right. People. Okay. Hey, it worked. It worked. I smiled. I was very confused, but I smiled. So you got a result. I was just saying how I upgraded to 4.0 today because it just came out. We'll see how it different if it the things that are different are kind of. I mean, some of them actually. Let me see if I can find the one thing that's different because there's one thing that I am really excited about, which is and there's animated reference for character models. So what? And you know what that means for us? It means that run cycles and walk cycles won't be hard. If they can just make one, or I'll have to see if that's a possibility. Because if I can find a 3D model of an anthropomorphic character with legs, that would save us so much time for both storyboarding and for animating. To just have like a walk cycle with those kind of legs. There must be one. Someone had. I mean, there's so many like TV, like, I mean, I can't believe that like Beastars must have had one for them because there's so many characters in that show that like each of those models. I mean, each of those is a 3D model, so like I am curious. So picture illustration, 3D. Let's see. Here we go. Watch this. If I can get that, let's see if it lets me do it on stream. Wait, is it gonna let me? Okay. Yes. Whoops. Wait, what? Sorry, it's taking a second. It's thinking. It's thinking so hard. Here's some faces. This is more like this is stuff that's been done before. How do I move it? Not like that. Wait, no. Hold. Wait, I got it. Wait, I got it. Hold on, I got it. Well, nope, I got it. Here we go. Okay, that's there we go. Nice. See, I can like this is a nice model too. Actually, you can move it around. You can zoom in and out. You can change its position this way. You can do that. Oh, you can even like woo. But yeah, this is like full access control here. That's cool. It's not what I wanted, but that's a nice model. It's not something that I had before. It came for, well, it came for the price of the upgrade, but that wasn't, oh wait, it's here. Wait, how do I do this? There's a way to do this. Use 3D tool. Flip. What? What? Hang on. Well, there's that. That's cool. Then you get full access control of the character in any way. That's nice, but that's not what I wanted. Use 3D pose material. Nope. Sorry, I just want to show you this, but I'm trying to. It's. Oh, it's over here. Sorry. Why did it go to my other screen? Weird. Okay, well, you know what? I'll just tell you what it's supposed to be doing right now because it's not doing it. Maybe it will if I do this. Nope. Nope. Anyway, before I waste time on this much more. Wait. Oh, here we go. See? That's what I was talking about. It. And like, see, I can go. So I can pause it there. And then shift it any way I want. And then try different angles. Isn't that's so cool? I love that. Like, and like I was saying, there must be one of. I'm gonna look tonight and see if I can find one because like that could save us so much time. Even if it's not on the screen, we could always just like transfer it over to whatever animation software we're using. Which I forget. well, that's a conversation for later. But but anyway, I wanted to share that. There's that. There's wait, get rid of this layer. There's that. There was they added a little bit more to like the way you're like the UI is a little bit better. The better is not the right word. It's just displays more is the better way to say it, because it was already really good. And what else? I mean, it's honestly, I'll probably have more to say on Friday because there's so much to explore. Like it's just a whole new. There's a whole bunch of new stuff that I can jump into. Curious to see if Blue picked it up today as well, because I know she uses this as well. So, but I'll find out later. But yeah, I mean, it's nice to explore this. I did download some other animation software because I just want to see how it works. You know, I'm not trained like Blue is or any of those guys, but doesn't mean I don't want to learn. So, although I mean, I don't have much time to do it right now, but I just even stepping into it would be fun. Because right now I'm trying to learn Live 2D, so which is already a complicated enough animation software, but really interesting. Like it's got quite the learning curve on it, but it's along with many other like curves. But it's just a lot to. That came out really loud. Sorry, I didn't mean to deafen you there. But I'm just trying to figure out how to do the mouth because it's been like I thought I had it down, and then I'm like, this is easy, and then I realize I haven't been properly doing the mouth, so like parts of it aren't working right, and it's frustrating because it's kind of like, well, I mean, it's like any art form. There's so many different approaches that I'm like, I keep starting something and then someone else is like, oh no, you should do it this way, and I'm like, but I started this way. Should I start over? And they're like, well, I'm going to continue working this way, and I'm like, so is your way the right way, or am I the dum-dum here, or am I just okay? And then I go back to the original tutorial I watched, and they're like, they look like they're fine. Their model works fine the way they did it. Well, because like for instance, I put the I don't have lips per se. I have a lip line for like the contour of the lips. But because I mean, look at my mouth. It's just a gaping maw. No room for lips on that. So I just did that, and so many other people are like, "Oh no, you should make separate. You should make a separate object in Live 2D for just the mouth, so that when you do the skin, the masking skin around the mouth, it can move any way you want," which is not really true either. Because the problem is, so many of these tutorials are regular mouths, and I'm like, guys. What if you have a monster mouth? What if you have the scariest face ever? or just a face full of sharp teeth like me, and I'm not the only VTuber out there like this either. So I'm like, what about us? What do we do? They're like, well, we don't care. Bye. It's like, I mean, I was lucky to find that one drawing reference for the sharp teeth, because like if I hadn't found that, I'd still be trying to draw. I'd be trying to do the set states based off of a tiny little Japanese character mouth, and I'm like an anime character mouth, and I'm like, guys, I'm not doing an anime character. He's not, he a big scary Fae. He turning into Fae monster. He not. He's not a. He's that's not what he is. But yeah, I'll figure it out. It's just gonna. I mean, it's kind of like we said. If I have to pay for a month just to fully grasp this and make a good character, I'll pay the money. It's not for 1 month isn't bad. I'm just not gonna pay for like several months. It's just that I also wanted to try and make some emotes with this software, so I kind of want to, like, if I do another month, I would prefer it to be mostly that. So I can get those made up, and even if I can't use them right away, which I think I should be able to use them anyway, even if I don't have an affiliate, I think I still can use them. You don't have to be an affiliate to use emotes, right? I mean, to offer emotes to your viewers. Do you? That can't be the case. You must be able to have them before you're an affiliate, because it's otherwise how would you get to affiliate? I didn't look this up. I'm just like, I don't know, maybe. Oh, I am excited to show you some of my progress after the stream, Evie, because like I did start work on what Blue asked me to start work on, so I want to show you. I'll show you that. Oh, have you seen the I was talking about this earlier before you came in here, but have you ever seen the trailer for Pokemon Concierge? I just watched that again today, and I always forget how much of a serotonin rush it is. It's just like cuteness incarnate. I think that show that, I mean, it's honestly it's a show that like you. What was the name of that one show that was on Netflix? Kumo, or something like that, or I forget. It was that story about the woman, and she lived in Japan, and she had like a giant teddy bear that followed her around. I forget what it's called. It was very pleasant, but it was kind of like an adult version of like a kids show almost, because it was like she was still dealing with some adult, like I mean living trying to make rent and stuff like that, but it just wasn't dramatic. It was very like relaxed. Like if I remember correctly, she really didn't have any real like difficult things going on. It was kind of more of a like, I think it's the same studio that made Pokemon Concierge, actually, because it looks like the same materials, and usually that means the same. I mean, when it comes to stop motion, studios usually like to use the same thing because it saves. I mean, it's expensive to get new materials, so I mean, and they already know how to use that. It's like this, like soft, like yeah, okay, you know what I'm talking about anyway. Because I'm sorry I don't remember it, but it had like it was the name of the bear, but I forget the name of the bear, so it doesn't help us. do this strong because she's got guns. So I can always just change him. Just a pose. Anyway. Yeah, no, it was just a fun, like, easygoing show, and it's nice having those once in a while where you can just turn it on. It's got some really, it was kind of like the perfect show to go to bed to, essentially, because like I used to think that about like I would just turn on the opening of Mushishi and not watch the show because the show's scary at times, but the opening was pretty chill, which tricked you a lot because it's like, oh, this will be calm. It's like, oh no, there's a monster that just like eats memories. Oh no. What have I gotten into? There's a tree stump, and if you walk through the hole in it, you relive your life again and again and again and again and again. It sounds wonderful, except not. Sorry, looking for a second pose. I'll be ready in a second. Okay. Let's do some quick ones. Now all my drama from last week has finally resolved itself solely. I can start focusing on my projects again without any distraction, which is great. So that was some pretty stressful stuff. I won't go into all of it because that's not what we're here for. But it definitely helped. Was making it hard to concentrate on like the doing the model because I was worrying about other things that are much bigger, but yeah, now it's nice that I can just work on that, work on doing some other side projects, and just go back to just focusing on this stuff. I think I've said this before, but I like to start with the torso because then you can, if you draw from the head, sometimes you'll draw. Well, I used to have the problem where I would draw a person from the 3/4 view, like so. But I wanted to draw. I end up wanting to draw them like doing like a pose or something that was from a different angle, so it would just make it more difficult. Whereas if you draw from the body, you know where the body is. So if you wanted to like start with like a down pose, like maybe they're holding a sword or something and about to draw it, then you can get more dramatic, like even if you just did the shoulders, honestly, like I did here, at least then you know where the shoulders are going to be before you do the head. So yeah, just a fun little thought. I'd love to do that figure drawing sessions with Blue. That would be really fun if we did something like that. Huh? I might even try and start that. Well, no, I won't. No, I won't. That's me trying to do what she did last session with hers, where I'm trying to add in more projects. I don't have time to host draw sessions, unfortunately. I would love to try that in the future, along with doing like Gardic Phone. I would love to do some Gardic Phone, and if you can't draw, that's even better. So that doesn't excuse you. You have to try too, Evie. even if you say you can't draw, I'm gonna say, yep, gotta be there. Because if you can't, that's even better. I I had a lot of fun even when I played it with my nephew. So he wasn't even, he's much better drawing than even back then. So I would be curious. I would love to try it with my niece actually too. She's becoming a talented artist. Last time I saw, anyway. So. No, yeah, it'd be fun to play with you, with both you and Blue. Yeah, like one of the game nights we do that. We could do that and then play Uno or something, and then or I don't know, a couple other ones. The Uno is like the new Risk, isn't it? It kind of just destroys friendships. So I don't know if we want that. One more drawing, and then I'll get into the stew. Oh yeah, I forgot I had this open. That's for the other thing. Darn, that's a cool pose, but the guy's in so much armor, it's hard to see his pose. That one's cool too, but that's... Let's see this one, because... Sorry, I'm just looking up people in armor. There's some pretty cool ones here. It's kind of annoying because like half of these are really good, like they're people at like Ren fairs wearing like real armor, and the other half are people dressed as, for some reason they also put cosplayers in here, and I'm like, these don't belong together, guys. See, like this? Wait, no, that's from... Is that from Game of Thrones? No, I don't think so. Okay, well, this is a good one. This is good armor to draw to learn to just practice drawing, and that could always be fun to find a way to like make a modern or more modern version of this for my story. Because I do like what they do with metal sometimes, where they make these really cool designs for the pole, like because pauldrons are natural, are form fitting. They don't shoot out like in World of Warcraft. Even though that looks cool in that game, it doesn't make sense anywhere else. So. I like that some of these have like a hatch kind of thing, like where the whole front of the mask can fold up. Like it's all just one design, like almost like a metal mask that comes down. Dun, dun, dun. This looks like one you'd probably wear for jousting, I imagine. Because it's very armored around the neck. Although he's not wearing the shield. Unless that is what that is. No, that's just a regular maybe this is... Or this might be horseback dueling, maybe. Because maybe you're... It's hard to say. Because usually with jousting, you have like a big like thing over your shoulder like this, which is where they want to hit, or it's the desired area, like because it's the most armored. So like worst case scenario, it's that way you fall off. I mean, you knock the person off by hitting them there, but they don't have any mortal injuries, other than well falling off a horse, which could be pretty painful. I mean, armor probably helps, though. Although I am curious how much. After having several family members do horseback riding, I would be very curious to hear like if that would dampen the fall, and if so, why doesn't everyone learn to ride horses in armor? Because I have a feeling it doesn't really do as much as you'd like it to. Because it's not quite as heavy as you'd imagine, but it's still metal. Because I saw the what's that name of that guy? There's this one YouTuber who does he did this whole video where he showed that you can be like really dexterous in plate mail. Because it's really just like more flexible than you'd imagine. I mean, because in reality, people don't wear like Dark Souls or Elden Ring level armor. People wear like a sheet of metal that essentially can deflect arrows. Well, like this guy, for instance, he's got these two like bits of metal that curve around his body that make the pauldrons, but they're not thick. They're just meant to deflect the arrows because they're very smooth, and arrows would just like bounce off them and not get stuck on him. Yeah, it's all about like just the whole point is to just get them as far away from you as possible, not take them on full force because like they're moving really fast, so it's better to just have them slide off you than to have them bang into you. I mean, chainmail helps with that too, which this guy probably has on under. He's got this leather, hardened leather, and sometimes you have light chainmail underneath that, but Sometimes the hardened leather is enough alone because it's pretty tough. At least to stop the point, maybe, or at least to enough to slow it down to where it might not go. Although a crossbow might not, and that wouldn't be the case with a crossbow, but a crossbow is a more difficult weapon than a bow is to like reload and do multiple fires. So you better be very lucky if you're gonna take on a dude in this much armor with a crossbow. Like several people and he'd be in trouble, but one person, it's like, well, whoever gets lucky first wins. But this is what I need to just do more of with my comic, is like these designs where it's just about like simplicity, and it just sometimes I always get pulled into the like allure of like some of the stuff I'm trying to parody, which is like Final Fantasy or like Dark Souls and stuff like that. Although Dark Souls does have some more practical stuff, so. But sometimes just something really simple is just the best thing. Especially if you want to draw it a lot. Like, so if I did something like this, but I changed it to like looking more like a city guard, like a modern officer mixed with this, that might be kind of cool. Like change it so that like their top hat turns into this kind of, maybe like maybe it starts off as like the cap, and then it goes down into the visor. That's actually like, although I think you know what, if I've seen it somewhere else, it's because it's a good idea. But yeah, like the cop, the police officer helmet moves like that, shaped like that kind of, and then like it kind of goes down on the side like chainmail. Something like that. This is something else this is what I meant by like the character design stuff I wanted to do tonight, which is just like trying concept up things for the world. Would be fun. So, but I'll do some work on the dragons, I promise. I just wanted to do this first. Yeah, I think that'd be kind of a fun thing to try, something like that, where it's like that could be one design. I could do other different ones where it's different levels, like maybe like more like riot gear would be closer to a knight's helm, or maybe like for more like military grade like yeah, military grade riot gear or something, where it's kind of like this full like helmet that fuses down kind of like the juggernaut kind of on them, and they become this like highly magic resistant like armor that's really bulky and strong and immovable. But all of this would be glass. Or like yeah, some kind of magic resistant glass for this whole area here, so they could see through all of that. It kind of looks Warhammer-ish. I didn't mean to make it look like a Warhammer thing. So maybe a little bit more narrow. Still, it was not like it was bad for being like that. It's just it was just reminded me a lot of those animated bits online for. I'll play with different shapes. I don't like that one either, but whatever. Let's work on dragons. Time to work on dragons. Yeah. Yeah, I was working on this over the weekend. Actually, I started it on Monday, actually, because didn't I? I think I did. Oh my gosh, Monday was such a blur. I think I tried to work on this, but my brain was kind of fuzzy, so I kind of. Did I? You know what? No, this Monday was the one where I did. I'm sorry. Last week was when I had a day where I just couldn't get anything done, but Monday I did actually work on this. It didn't seem like too many people were there, but I didn't care. I just wanted to work on this. So that's fine by me. I know Mondays are kind of crazy sometimes. I might switch to a different day. We'll see. But like I might move Monday streams to Thursday streams or something like that because later in the week people are more available. Monday everyone's just like readjusting to work and or their schedules, and it's a lot to like do that and bounce between different streams and other things. So I get it. I get it. It's been really fun working on these though. It was kind of bummed last month that there wasn't really a good challenge. So it's nice to see one where it's something that I actually do like. Although I think the next time there's a month where there isn't one, I'm gonna just try and do a few videos that are like that will be turned into time lapse videos for lore, because like meaning like lore in general of like fantasy, like of creatures from different stories, possibly, or not different to legends, I should say. More, and maybe even try and do some start with like more well known and move into like more like obscure ones possibly later on. They are strange, aren't they? Yeah. But I wonder if I got any new brushes. I didn't even look. Did all my okay? I was like, did it just delete all my brushes? No, it didn't. Ah! No, everything's here. Cool. Okay. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, it's kind of just a weird day, and it'd be nice just to like start. Well, plus, honestly, I might honestly just now that we're back in production, I might go down a day just to keep my sanity. Just for the beginning, if I can, once I get in the rotation of things again, I can put another day back on. But I think I might just you do Twitch once a week again, because it's just. And I think it's Twitch. Twitch will be the one that I do mainly because there's a better because raids, because I don't want to be tired for raids. Having a couple people pop in and out of this is one thing, but like raids, I always want to be alert for those. So I think that's a better choice. And maybe for this channel, I can use the day off along with, I mean, working on that project. Just looking into like ways to make this channel bigger. Because right now, like, one question I keep getting asked in general that kind of shouldn't stump me, but does, is like, what should it? I mean, other than is like, what does this channel really stand for, and what is it? What's its purpose? And I mean, the main one is the quick answer is I want to tell stories of lore, which might be enough if I can just make sure that I do that. So maybe I. And the other part of it is I want to do art challenges, which I know are feel like two different things, but I'm trying to make them kind of fixed together. Oh, and the reason I didn't even mention, the reason I chose these two to make this dragon look like a T-Rex is because the prompt is ancient, and those are two ancient creatures that I thought would be fun to combine. Because typically, and I'm sure I'm going to see lots of them, so I know that a lot of people are probably going to, for the ancient prompt, going to just draw a dragon with like frayed wings or something, or like a beard. And I'm like, guys, that just means it's old. Ancient to me feels like something that's like from the beginning of time on a planet, like life on a planet, kind of like. And their idea was fine too, but like I said, I just wanted to do something different. The other reason is I went on to look at some of the other submissions, and so many just looked like the same dragon drawn again and again and again. Which, again, if that's what you want to do, cool, good on you. I mean, honestly, they're getting more done, so I can't really criticize them too much. I'm still just starting these, and they're actually submitting some, so. But I just want these to be different. I want them to all feel like their own creature with the aspects of a dragon. Like the magpie and now this one which is just this ancient like alligator / T-Rex. And I give it like the mane, which is like kind of like feathers. I'm gonna make it look more like feathers. Oops. Those should look more like feathers. Hold on. No. Here we go. Make them more rounded. Yeah. Kind of more like that. Oh, I forgot to another cool feature in this that doing that just reminded me of is you can take, I'm not sure how to do it yet. I'm gonna do, but there's a way to like take a 3D object and then trace it with line work, but make the line work based on any of your brushes. Oh wait, there's another thing I want to try that I could try with that face again. If I can, let's see. Can I do it with this one? Hang on, I just want to try something if it works. Toggle. I just want to try this really quick. I promise I'll go right back to what I was doing. Also, this is a really nice reference as well for a face. Like, object. No, that's not what I want. It's like Skyrim. Woo, woo, woo. Let's make the dumbest looking character possible. Yeah, see, you can change like the light source. Like that. But the one thing I wanted to do that I can't find this, you know, it doesn't matter. I'll just tell you. You can draw on that, which is the cool thing. Like if I wanted to be like, I want to draw, I could essentially like be like, and I think you could even stick things onto it. So what I could do is I could make a tattoo, stick it on the 3D model, and then move the arm in 3D and see what the tattoo looks like on that arm, which would be so nice, because that's the only thing I don't. That's the hard part of tattoos, and might be useful for you know, a certain character. Excuse me. Especially with animation, like having references that you can use that bend and move would be so helpful for that kind of stuff. Keep the teeth dark, actually. So let's just extend this, actually. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Well, even with my comic, it would be really nice to just have that as around to do certain characters and all that stuff. Because like, especially with like keeping track of like if people get injuries, like having it show up in the same spot and like in different poses. Like that probably gets difficult. So boop, 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 boop. Maybe they're a little bit darker before they get older because they don't want to be noticed as much, so they're just kind of more. They have a little bit of sheen to them, but not very much. It's a very soft glow. You know what? I want to make it. No, this is good. It's just stomping. I don't need that. It's like hiding behind her. It'd be kind of cool if someone just for the March of Dragons just did all the From Software dragons. Like maybe 1 year I'll do that. Not this time, but maybe next time when I don't have, or maybe I'll throw in one or two in this one. We'll see. If I feel like I want to rush and get some made before the end, I'll put one in. Like, I think what would be probably the Gaping Dragon would be a cool one, because that one's really unique. What's your favorite? And if you say the nameless king's mount, that's not a dragon. I don't think. No, it's not a dragon. It's a was it a drake, or was it might even, I don't believe it. Yeah. Although to be fair, there's only a few real dragons, because there's Seath the Scaleless, and then there's the Gaping Dragon, and then I think you meet one dragon that is an optional boss fight. Well, you meet more than one dragon that's an optional boss fight, because there's also that one that's in the Dragon Temple in the third game. And it certainly is a trek, but it's not a hard, it's an easy boss fight, so I tried several times and I took care of it. It's like it's harder as a stage than it is as a boss. Like when you get to the end, you're just like, I fall on its head, it's done. Bam. Stage over, I win. It's like, why can't boss fights be like this? It's like, oh yeah, because get good. There should be an easy setting. No, there shouldn't. That's actually a boss? I mean, that's a dragon? Or are you just talking about the game in general is really good? I thought that was just the shadow. I mean, that sounds like it could be a dragon. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, okay. See, I have. I was saying that might be one game I might start on my Twitch for gaming is Elden Ring, honestly, because I just started. I mean, I bought it and then I played it for like 20 minutes, and then shiny thing went by the road and I ran away. I'm just like, woo, other things to do, gotta go. I mean, I love all the Froms. I really enjoyed all the. Well, that would be a lie, so I won't lie. I didn't enjoy all the From Software games because don't. I don't. I don't want to say I dislike. I don't care for them. It might be the best word. Sekiro was too different of a game for me to enjoy. Its mechanics are way too advanced for someone. I'm not good at Simon Says when I'm really stressed out. And that's what that game is. It's like, hey, how about some anxiety with a side of QuickTime event? But the QuickTime event looks like, just a giant character in a language you can't read. I'm like, thanks! Why don't we do God of War with just runes? Just to add to my anxiety more. Like, just give me more characters in languages I can't read, please. And the next Assassin's Creed will be all in, like, an even more ancient language or something. I don't know. Although, to be fair, I'm kind of worried about that series. Because it seems to be going just... The directors of it are a little meh lately. Like, they seem to be, like, focusing on the wrong things. Because, isn't the guy Yatsuke, right? Is the, what the character's based off of, I believe? Which, by the way, there's several anime out there already that talk about that guy. Or, you could read from real history books what he did. Or anything but just playing a $70 game that is all fiction but pretends it's not. Anything but that. Because it's maddening that they're like, oh, don't worry, this is fiction, but at the same time this guy existed and he's important, but it's fiction. It's like, no, it's one of the other guys. You can't have both. He was a retainer, and his importance was kind of, I mean, retainers aren't super important. They're just... But if you wanted to, so the fun side of it would be like what the anime did, which is you put him in a tale where he gets to do more. Because why make it on history when you're playing a video game that talks about aliens? It's like, you guys are dumb. You've already made this so bananas, and you expect us to believe that you care about historical fact? You're saying that, like, ancient alien races predate Sumerians and, like, shaping this world. And it's like, what are you talking about? I half expect in the next one they're going to say that those aliens flew on dragons, and that's why we have so much footage of dragons in folklore. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, because the aliens, or maybe one of the conquering species were aliens, like in Ben 10. I thought that was pretty cool, actually. I'm like, Ben, take his form. He's a dragon. I can't remember why he couldn't do that. I think he tried, but he couldn't. Maybe the device... I think either his Omnitrix was not working that day in that episode, or... it doesn't matter. I might have to go through that show again, though. It was pretty good. That and Generator Rex, because Generator Rex was... I like the animation in Generator Rex. Like the opening, it's funny because that was one of those first shows I saw a trailer of in a movie theater, where I'm like, wait, we're doing TV shows in here now? Okay. And it was the scene where he's punching the kaiju that looked like a giant zombie. And the crossover movie between him and Ben was actually pretty good. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it. Because sometimes those can be kind of meh, but this, I felt this had a good villain and like a nice cohesive story between the two of them. Like they actually like worked well together. I think the biggest letdown with Ben 10 though was that I would have loved a redemption. I mean, I can't remember if there was a redemption for Kevin, but I would have liked that to be like the maybe like a way to transition into the adulthood is like a story that follows more his point of view, maybe because like Ben's becoming by that point in the story, Ben's like crazy powerful, so it'd be fun to see it from either like Gwen's point of view as a, a mage that's slowly an alien mage that's slowly learning the ropes, or as Kevin just trying to like reestablish that he is a good person. He's just kind of made some dark decisions, or and been goaded into some dark situations, like being offered all that power really corrupted him. In the, I think that was in the final season or one of the final seasons, but it was. I'll have to check and see if there's comics about that, because I'd be surprised if there wasn't something for that. Because my one character, Clay, the guy, the Geomancer, his powers started off a lot. I mean, his powers behave a lot like Kevin's, where he can absorb minerals in, but the difference is he can absorb and pull them up and use them as weapons too. Yeah, I think it was. I did like the episode where one of his old villains, that clown guy, showed up again, and Gwen's just like, you haven't kept notes on us, have you?" And just like she basically just like animated him with like Vegeta him with just like, "Oh yeah, by the way, now I'm not a scared I'm not a scared girl anymore. I'm this powerful alien, so I'm scarier than Ben, and definitely scarier than you." And she just went like all eldritch on him, and it's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna," or more like she went all like Raven from Teen Titans and just like showed her dark side, and it's like, "Oh, never mind. I'll leave you kids alone now forever." I remember they did try and they did a mini arc with Kevin about his redemption, where it was all about like, oops, it was all about his time in prison, reforming himself. But then that all gets undone when he gets that power, and then like everyone's just like all of a sudden really angry at him, and I'm like, guys, you probably would have done the same thing in the if given that same situation. So Which I guess is why they forgive him in the end, so it wasn't like it was a bad story. And I think that's what disappointed me about like when it came back on when that new version of it came out. He was suddenly a kid again, and I'm like, wait, why? And the reason is you can't sell toys of like, well, I highly disagree with that. What I was about to say, even because I was about to say is they were worried he wasn't toyetic as an adult, and I'm like, guys, have you ever watched GI Joe? Those are all adults. He would have been super toyetic in that form. So my only other guess is that they wanted to do some things with the story that just couldn't be done in that medium or on that channel. I don't know. Either way, it's a shame because it would have been really fun to see that. Like it's like they gave us a teaser of it during that one episode of like what the show could have been, and then you're like, oh, you'll never see this, and it's like, but I want to. Please come back. It's like, can I just have that instead of this goofy kid who's forgotten how to use his powers again? It's like, what is he, like Mega Man, where between seasons he just like kind of like bumps his head and forgets all how to use all of his powers and becomes useless? Because at least like with like between like Alien, Ultimate Alien, and that other series, there was an explanation for what was going on and why he wasn't a god. But then all of a sudden it's like, nope, he's just a little kid again, and he's got these really great forms, but he doesn't know how to use them, and it's like, then don't use those forms. Use your old forms that you're really good with. No one cares about you turning into a giant, slow-moving, like time alien if you can't catch the bad guy in that form. I only saw the first episode, so that's what I saw. I'm pretty sure even Gwen said that in that episode too, where it's like you're really useless with these forms. It's like just because they look cool doesn't mean that they're the right choice, which older him would have known. I think I could be wrong on this, but I think that with Generator Rex, I think there was there might have been production issues with that, which is why it kind of like was rushed to the end of the story. Because it kind of did just like go from like Monster of the Week, which was fun, to like an intriguing like story, which was good, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, it's like, oh no, we have to rush to like they're on their own and they have to run from from their own people, and it's like, wait, when did this what? Did I miss something? Because he was only like last season he just found out his friend was a spy and was getting cool with it, and then all of a sudden like everything's bad, and there's a new director of the place, and they're running from them because she's the evil white queen or whatever. I don't know. It was weird. I kind of wish there had been more time for his brother's character development, because his brother was interesting. Like, he was this, like, conflicted scientist that was trying to do good, but was, like, kind of forced to, like, do really risky, like, research that could endanger a lot of people. But he was really desperate to save... Was he after their parents, too? I can't remember. I know he was trying to do a couple different things, but I can't remember if that was one of them. But yeah, he was a good character. Oh, I can't remember, Evie. Have you seen any of the Abridged series? I thought you did, but I can't remember. Cause like yeah, like the Dragon Ball Abridged was like one of the first ones I watched. I tried to watch the Yu Yu Hakusho Abridged, but I mean, don't get me wrong, it's funny and it inspired the Dragon Ball Z Abridged crew to make theirs, so I'm grateful for it. But the voice they had for the girl hurt my ears so much I couldn't listen. And I know that's part of the joke, but it's a painful joke, so I can't do it. Cause yeah, that could be another fun thing we could try and get Blue into, maybe is streaming those. Cause like even if it's just the movies, even because like those are pretty funny. I love the Dead Zone with it's like, wait, you brought me a Dragon Ball and a child. What? Wait, no, that, oh no, that's Goku's kid. Why did you bring me Goku's kid? We are in so much trouble. That was so funny. I only found out more recently that one of the voice actors actually has a VTuber, and I follow him on Twitch. But yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I'd say it, but I can't remember it offhand. But he's funny. I remember I was watching this one where he was watching Lord Slug with someone, and like he's just, it's just so funny that movie is just, I didn't even know this because I didn't really watch Dragon Ball, but Lord Slug is just the Piccolo saga from Dragon Ball with a Namekian instead of a demon. Like it's the same story. It's just it's Piccolo's King Piccolo's story all over again, but with Guru's what was his name? I keep getting his name from the abridged series that he wanted people to call him, which was like Supreme Guru Kami God or something like that. Right? He kept trying to make it longer because he found out that Kami called himself that, and he's like, oh, now he thinks he's God now, huh? I'm gonna change my name. It's like, what a jerk. He went from like, oh, this guy finally had a son to like, oh yeah, this guy calls himself Kami. He's like, oh, what a jerk. It's like, hey, I love that part. Hey, how's it going? Where he's just like the giant head. He's like, how's it going? It's like, kind of bummed it's not Christmas. Yeah, kind of. It's like, yeah, that's kind of a shame. And they just attack each other. It's like you're here to stop Christmas. Like, it's July, and then Coco's like, well, oh rat, oh darn. The other one that would be really fun to watch together is the Sword Art Online abridged is so good. I swear, I don't want to be. No offense to fans, but I think it's almost better. But don't get me wrong. I was around when Sword Art Online came out. God, that makes me sound old. I was there in the days, climbing the hills. I was in the trenches. No, I know what it was competing against back when it came out, and it was really good for its time. It was like solo. It was back then what solo leveling is now. To that kind of like power fantasy. Like it was good writing for a power fantasy. Yeah, it is. It's better because like it's written by people that know what what MMORPGs are. Like I feel like they know the people who made Sword Art Online the anime know what they understand what. Why are these wings different? I did that on that was I didn't even catch myself doing that. Anyway, they understand what JRPGs are, but they made a fine JRPG, but the problem is then they made it a role playing game, and I'm like, wait, it can't be both. either this is a role playing game or it's a, and like in the abridged version they actually make fun of that because he's like, I want you to beat this game, and it's like, have you ever beaten EverQuest? And it's like, when's the last time you played EverQuest? Touche. I swear I'm not gonna just start doing quotes from all these. I'll probably if I do any more, I'll probably get in trouble. But no, it's really good. I constantly go back and rewatch that one, the abridged. I wish they would do more I wish they could do more of it. Because I know that they ended on an interesting part in the second season. But they didn't get to go any further. It was such a dramatic moment. And oh no, they did finish. They just haven't. They're probably taking a break to work on other projects. I think is what's going on. Because like the story between the siblings is so much less creepy in the. I know it's a cultural thing, but it's they must have known that would be weird. Like it's just weird. And it did not age well. I saw some troll tried to do that. Like somebody made a abridged version of Sword Art. I mean, of Soul Leveling, where they tried to do a similar thing, just to mess with people. And I'm like, that's evil, guys. It's like she's much younger than him. This is really messed up. Don't do that. Plus, their relationship's so much different. Plus, they're not step siblings. It's like, guys, go touch some grass, please. Please, for the love. Gosh, I'm just happy that I can see some grass right now because it finally warmed up a little bit here. So we got like my drive into work is so much less stressful now. Yeah, it's it's a nice relief to. It's nice to start the day off on a quiet note and just know that I can leave at not I don't leave at the last minute anyway, but I leave. I know I can leave with like a half hour till I have to sign in, or less actually, like 25 minutes, and I'll be okay because nothing other than the usual like other bad drivers in the morning. That's the only thing I have to worry about, and I always have to worry about that. So let's work on a different dragon. This one's coming along good, but I want to just take a break and work on a different dragon. Oh yeah, I forgot I put this up here. Hold on. Oh, I don't remember if you saw this. Like, were you on? This is my creature from I worked on over the weekend. The centipede. It's coming along pretty good. I like the colors a lot. I got this like clay and earth. Oh wait, I did. You did see part of this at least. I know that I started it on Friday and you were there for that. But I can't remember if you were there for. I think you were busy on. Yeah, you were busy on Saturday when I was working on this. I know you were. I think you were in a stream with Blue, so you were unavailable. Or maybe you were lurking and I didn't see because Twitch is like that where it's like. Anyway, yeah. Coming along nice. Very much inspired by like Ko from Legend of. Last Airbender. Okay, there's that. There's this guy. I'm actually really happy with how this one came out. I was all I can think to do to add any more to this. I don't really see a reason to, which is to like. I think adding more would take away. Like I think the background looks hazy and it's good that it looks like that because it's far away, and I just like how this guy looks. So I'm happy to say that one's pretty much done. Or it is done, I should say. And this one was just awesome. Like, it's so nice having a few drawings that I actually get to a point where I can say like, this looks good. Like I can, it may not be a like finished in in some areas, but the areas where I'm interested in it being done are done. Like in this one, I could like do more work on the background, but I like that it's painterly. So I think I'm gonna keep it this way, honestly. And I love that I was able to keep the design for the tail on this one, where where the monks got these like scales that are set in this pattern that's almost like some kind of, I don't know, it just looks cool. Just came out really good. So let's work on this one. I'll be right back. I need to get a drink, so feel free to do the same. Drink and maybe. It's getting late, so I should probably just, I should just get water. Yeah. Yeah. Meh. It'll be so cool in the future when I actually have a VTuber with a hand that's holding a cup when I'm drinking. Like I'm gonna make a few different pairs of arms. It'll be kind of fun to see that, I think. Boop, 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 boop. And we're getting kind of late, so I don't know if I'll have time for the. Well, yeah, I don't think I'll have time for that, unfortunately. Well, I'll have to do some comic work on Friday because I spent so much time on the dragon. Probably for the best. I don't want to rush it, you know. It's, there's a lot to do with the comic, and I don't want to like just jump into it just to fill in for the like a 20 like for 10 minutes. That doesn't seem fair to the comic. Like it deserves more time than that. So, yeah. Make their scales really long, kind of like almost like feathers, but just really long, hard scales that they can rattle. They're angry. Yeah, I figured this one being closer, I'll go more into the detail of them being separated like that, but I kind of like the thought of them being like these really long scales that kind of like rattle, kind of. I thought that was kind of. Once I realized what wings are in birds, I drawing dragons with wings right above their legs always feels weird because I mean, as you know, that those are hands. I mean, those are their arms. So it's like having arms on your back, shooting out in the other direction completely. That are like 400 times stronger than your arms in the front. Because they can lift you when you weigh like several tons. Like most dragons do. Still, fantasy is fun, you know. Because I've had people be like, "It's not. I can't enjoy it because I think too much about the physics," and I'm like, "Who cares? It's fantasy. Just enjoy it. The whole point is escapism." You know, worse than if a guy can ride a giant sandworm in one book, then why are dragons so weird? Maybe I'll put like an edge of them on the wings so that it kind of shows more that he's inspired by a bird. I think it's partially because I don't have 100 windows open, but this has been performing really good tonight, so thank goodness. Who knew I just had to close like 12 windows and everything's fine, and not have 50 tabs open in my my internet. Yeah, huh? I'm learning. Yeah, I like that though. Like these long, hard keratin like feathers, kind of like or scales, almost like a pangolin, kind of too, where it's like they're that hard that they like. Maybe they can even like relax them and then tighten them so they can actually use them to carry treasure. Like they kind of pull the treasure into into like pockets, and then like made by them, and like kind of just like grip it with these hundreds of feathers, and then just fly away with that. Because otherwise, like, how do they just? The only other way I could think that they would get all this treasure is if they made something else, like made humans get it for them. So that, yeah, I thought that'd be kind of cool. Because the whole point of the magpie is that they steal on their own. They don't need any help. They so I think that would be really fun to do. So with that, why don't we call it a night? Because it's getting late. It's been a couple hours, so that was fun. I got to work on these two are coming along, so like this one just needs to be cleaned up, like but I did clean up a lot because it was much more painterly, and now it's much cleaner, and the like edges are more defined than they were when I started. I just want to work more on the setting tomorrow, tomorrow, and then maybe Friday. But like I said, we'll work on the comic as well if we have time. But I'm having so much fun with these that honestly I'm kind of in the mood for this month to kind of bounce between the two. Like one day do beasts and then one day do dragons, because it's just been so much fun. So yeah, hope your rest of your week goes well, and I'll see you on